Hello and welcome to my channel. I hope you all had a blessed new beginning of the year already of 2022, and I hope you all also will have a better year than 2021. For some of you this was again a very hard ride, I need to say. So I don't know where you are in your life or what you are like experiencing at this moment, but I wish you all a blessed new year. So hopefully this year will be a little bit more about choosing for ourselves, and I also hope that a lot of you will also make the decision from now on to think for themselves. For some of you, you will already know what I mean by that, because today in this society and with the restrictions and all of the things that are happening, you really need to see what is the truth and what is not. So the thing here is that some people will of course blame those other people for not seeing things, but that is not what we like really should do. We should like focus onto ourselves, because if we go into a higher vibration in our lives, I'm really jumping right in today. If we really go up in our vibration, we will attract more of it. We will attract more people of higher vibrations. We will unite together. We will have a bigger community. We will have more friends that think alike, or maybe old friends that you didn't know that would think alike as you in this moment, but are doing it. So you could reconnect with people also from your past. But the main thing is that you need to really see that you keep yourself and your vibration also high. And how do you do that? Probably already know, but I'm just, for some of you, maybe not, maybe that's the first video you see about it, but hiring your vibration is not that hard. But in another way, it's also not that simple, because you could say, I'm going to dance to higher my vibration, I'm going to drink more water, I'm going to eat healthier, I'm going to have a clear money mindset, I'm going to be more authentically myself so I can attract more people that are like me or alike or think alike. Or in relationships, I'm going to set more standards or boundaries, whatever you combine all of this with. But the thing is, it's easy to higher your vibration, but the most difficult part is to keep your vibration high. So what this means, because you see probably a lot of videos, I love Joseph Murphy's books. If you never read a book from Joseph Murphy, then please do. The Power of the Subconscious Mind, for example, is a great book to start with. And he has several books about the subconscious mind and so. But if you never practice really to keep your vibration high at all times, that doesn't mean like I said, a lot of teachings say that about manifestation or attracting things or the subconscious mind, say that you need to keep your vibration high at all times. That is not the truth, but the real truth is that you should keep yourself as a being high vibrational at all times. So that doesn't mean that you cannot be angry sometimes, or sad, or crying about things, or frustrated about things, or negative about things. You can, because that is just a good thing in the beginning. For example, that's one of the best things you can do. Just go with the flow. And if you on Monday feel super high vibrational, and Monday evening you feel like crying, and you feel like, oh my god, what am I telling myself, what am I making up here in my mind? That is a confirmation that you are doing the work. So give yourself some space, give yourself some mental space also to do it, because that is, like I said, a sign that you're on the right path. if you are experiencing some delay in your manifestations, that's only because you are not at the point of the alignment yet. So if I say, for example, I want a red Mercedes car, you know, you have different kind of cars, of course, but I just to, for an example, I will use that. So you need to like really say it is a CLA model number. I know nothing about Mercedes cars, sorry, but it's a 22, it's a CLA, I don't know. You need to really be specific, because if you want to manifest a Mercedes car, I can write down I have a Mercedes car in the past, in the present tense, of course, like you always would do with your manifestations. I have a Mercedes car in the color red. Okay, but you can get all kinds of Mercedes cars then. So if you don't want a small Mercedes car, you want a bigger maybe, or the other way around, doesn't matter. You will get what you have asked for. So try to really be specific. So if you want a certain model of a car, be very, very specific. And also maybe for yourself, you need to also figure out who you are. Are you more a visual person, or are you more someone who learns from, or like saves images in your mind of things? Or maybe you hear certain things and you remember things better when you hear them. You like probably the way you study, or the way you studied, or if you didn't study, the way you read, even if you read articles, or I don't know. But you need to figure out first, what is my best way to save information? And when you have found that, for example, I'm really a mixed person. That is also possible. I'm very like, I save what I hear, but I am also very visual. In my case, that's a little bit harder, because now I have to like put all of these things together. But no worries, it still works. So for the ones who are more visual, I'm just going to say the best thing that worked for me in the visual kind of way was saving pictures on my phone, saving pictures on my computer, saving pictures on my tablet or iPad, you know. So those are the things that really came true for me. And I recently, it's very funny. I need to tell this story because it's so like, it's very small and it's maybe stupid, but I really got really proof of the manifestations that I did, and in really like different ways, like in very different ways, sorry. So I had like, I never used my iPad again for I think 3 years or something. And recently I thought, oh, I still have that iPad. He's a little bit like, you cannot upgrade him anymore. It's a little bit old. I think I have had him from like 2013. I don't know anymore. I recently opened it again because there were still some pictures from before on it. And I wanted to like make sure I didn't lose the pictures, because I was thinking it's old. Maybe it's going to be like, maybe one day I cannot like put it on anymore. So I wanted to make sure I got the pictures. So I opened that iPad and I watched, like I was looking at the pictures and removing things that I didn't need anymore. So like stupid quotes maybe that I liked back then. And then when I was scrolling, I was like thinking, that's weird. This was like in 2016. And for example, the things, I'm not going to be maybe too specific about certain things. I need to keep for myself. But in 2016, I had put up a quote, and that same quote, it's very stupid, that same quote really came true in my life in 2018 and 19. So, not to be like too specific, but I attracted some things in my life that were in this quote. This quote was about, I'm not certain, like I'm not, maybe I should put the quote up here. I'm going to do that, maybe not. But the quote said things about business. The quote said things about relationships, soulmate connections, friendships, money. Like it all came through for me in 2019 and 18 also a little bit already. So what was happening? Like if you go back, what did I do in 2016? I just was probably scrolling, though it doesn't matter when it was, like I don't even remember, but I was scrolling and I was I liked a quote and I saved the quote because I liked it so much. I saw this quote probably never again because I let it go also. So I liked it. I thought, this is nice. I'm going to like save it. So this is also a confirmation from for the universe that you like something. So the universe always knows your mind. The universe always knows what you want. The universe knows what your favorite colors are, for example, if to make it more simple. If you like red, it's not going to bring you the focus on blue outside. When you go outside, you see, and you have talked about your favorite colors today, you will see more red cars, for example, if that's your favorite color. Red, people with red clothes or red clothing, people who, like, for example, also say, oh, my favorite color is also red. Like, also all those small things will make a big thing. And that's what probably happened to me with me in 2016 and 18 and 19. So the thing is that for me, I wasn't focused on it. These were also, this was a bigger quote. Maybe I really should put the quote up, but this quote was really, yeah, it was a bigger quote. So it was not like I'm going to have 1,000 euros in the bank or something. Like that's very, very specific. Mine was very, very big. So probably that was also why it was a little bit delayed, because it was a very big thing. And if you make it big, for example, if you don't have money and you say, I want to be a millionaire, I am a millionaire every day. Okay, I'm not saying that's not working. Yes, it will work if you really get that in your subconscious mind. But if you really want to not be discouraged so much every day again, then you need to take it in smaller steps. For example, start with, I am earning 1,000 euros every month by doing this, by reading cards, by, I don't know, whatever. Doesn't matter what you do, how you do it, when you do it. It's just, even just for some people, laying in the couch can bring them money because they have like such beliefs that the money will still come. That's the thing. People are always also pushing action onto people, but action is not what we should go after, because it's already tiring if you think about it sometimes. If you are thinking about running and you are not a runner, for example, you think, oh my God, I'm not going to run, I'm not going to do that, I don't feel like it, you know. That's already, like, the moment you feel like that, that's already stopping whatever you were going to do with that running. Because, okay, some people can push themselves mentally, so they will say, I normally run, for example. If you run on Tuesday, and on Thursday, and maybe also on Saturday, and then the next week you have had like a busy week, and Saturday you don't feel like running anymore, so you think, maybe I should skip running today. Well, if you can push yourself a little bit, then probably you're still going for that run. And if not, then not, but you will still start Tuesday again, for example. But that's because you feel like it. Otherwise, you really had to push yourself over and over again in your mind already before you went out the door and started running. So I hope this is not too complicated, but don't make yourself tired because of your manifestations. If you want to manifest a big business and you're going to write down, I have a business, I attract a lot of clients, I attract a lot of work. Imagine you have never run a business before, and you got like, suddenly you get a certain amount of clients, doesn't matter how many or how much, sorry, but that doesn't matter for you at this moment. You will attract those clients, okay, but will you like it? Because you need to really feel that as if you like it. A lot of people like the idea of having a big business, but are you really going to like it? Think about it, because you really need to ask yourself, what is the why? Why am I asking this, and what do I want to feel? What am I going to feel if I buy that red Mercedes? Is it going to be just because everyone will see me in that red Mercedes? Is it because I just like the luxury of it? I like to, like, I know, touch it, or I like to be in it. I like to feel good in it. Just for myself, that's something else. But if you do it for someone else, or if you do it to get some recognition from outside of yourself, you're not going to feel it in the way you should feel it. I hope you understand me when I'm saying this. Also, the action, back to the action part. Action should come from yourself, really from out of yourself, because if you are going to take action against your will, like, oh no, I'm going to run, I don't know, 10 miles again today, you know, that's for someone who doesn't run, that will be just too much. It's not impossible, I'm not saying that, but you will not feel great when thinking about it normally, or you must have a very, very strong mindset already. Yet, like, it doesn't matter, but what your mindset is, you will feel also. You will get a setback from whatever you are trying to feel also, because every action in your life, even going to the grocery, shopping, or going for a walk with the dog, or cleaning your house, or calling someone, doesn't matter what you are going to do, but for every action you need to visualize yourself doing it. And I'm not saying you need to do that consciously, that is what we all do subconsciously. We already, if a friend calls you and they ask, oh, do you like to go with me to a festival, like Saturday afternoon, whatever, and you like want to think if you are feeling good to do that on Saturday afternoon, you will also already get the visualization in your head, like whenever your friend calls you, whenever your friend asks that question, you will immediately go and, like, within yourself visualize you, that friend, on a festival, and then immediately you will decide if you like that, if you want to be on a festival with that friend. Could be that you want to go to a festival but not with that friend. It could be that you want to hang out with that friend but not on a festival. Maybe you don't like it, maybe you want to keep it more like relaxed that day, maybe you just want to stay in. It doesn't matter what, or it doesn't matter what explanations or what reasons are behind it, but you need to make sure that you know the why. And I'm not saying you need to have a why. I'm not saying that. I'm constantly like, just putting that out there, because nothing is needed. Just remember that nothing is needed. You don't need to do anything in your life. You don't need to get up out of your bed. That doesn't matter. You need to feel like you want to get up. You need to feel like you want to start the day. You need to feel like you want to walk the dog. Of course, if you don't walk your dog, maybe that dog is not going to feel that well, but you know, you will get like kind of a certain motivation from that, seeing that dog happy, for example. So maybe that could motivate you, you know. you need to see what can motivate you sometimes. That can help you, but it's not necessary. That is just a side box that I teach also in my coachings. But if you really want to get some things done, you can see for yourself what are the first, for example, 3 things that you want to do today that give you a good feeling. And it could be just brushing your teeth. It could be just making sure you wash your face before you go to bed. It could be putting the TV off an hour before you go to sleep. It could be taking a walk before you go to sleep. It could also be during the day, like drink enough water or drink enough. What is enough, of course? Maybe instead of 1.5 liters or 2 liters, you can start with 4 glasses or something. Do something that you don't have to do too much for. So be a little lazy in your manifestations. That is the thing that I want to say, because that is going to help you the most. I saw it with a lot of people, and people will also have that term on, like, it sticks onto them, like they feel lazy, they feel not accomplished, they feel as if they really need to take action right now, because then otherwise they're going to lose the opportunity for something, or they are going to lose money, or they're going to lose friends or whatever. But that's not the truth. The truth is everything will be with you whenever it should be. Everything will work out for you in every way. It's just in a different way maybe. But you can make sure that you like take on yourself back on track, because I also, from my experience, I also do burnout coaching. I had a burnout. I am still also sometimes up and down with a burnout. Sometimes it comes back to me. The last couple of days, for example, were not the best days for me. And we are the 5th of January. So a lot of people in these new days of the year have like, I'm going to set goals for this year. I'm going to do this already. I'm starting my year off very healthy, or I'm going to work out every day, whatever. And if you then don't go to the fitness in the first 5 days of the year, you already normally, for a lot of people, automatically feel as if you are a failure, because you think, oh my God, I have just started the year and I am already off track. But that's not the thing at all. You just need to forgive yourself. Take lazy actions if you think that that is lazy, because you are not lazy. You are just minimizing things, and or not minimizing, but making them small bites. So if you want to have like millions, try to see where you can feel comfortable with another number first. I'm not saying put your beliefs more limited, because you know you can have billions maybe if you want to, but the thing is, make it so you don't have to worry too much. Because if you are in January, for example, saying I want to be a millionaire, I am a millionaire every day, and in March, because of your still limited beliefs that you don't know of, that is also a big thing. Some people don't know what limiting beliefs they have. Some people don't even know they have limiting beliefs around some certain amount of money. There are things that you can work on, and there are also things that come from your parents or people you grew up with, but there are also things that come from generations before you, and that you don't know, of course. You don't know what happened in your past life, or just what happened in the generations before you, in your bloodline. Maybe some of your great uncles or great grandfather, doesn't matter, maybe they had a certain experience with 50,000 euros. Didn't exist back then, or dollars maybe, but you know, they will have that number, and they will struggle. Maybe they have struggled with 50,000. Maybe they once lost 50,000. Just giving an example here. And if you then, I'm going to manifest 1 million, there is still subconsciously sometimes, I'm not saying that it is definitely, but it could be that there is a limiting belief of 50,000. So you don't get further than 50,000. So that means that you will see like no results or less results than you wanted to have, but you also will have you will get more blocks again, because you will hit the 50,000 bar, and then you will sink back to 94,000 and less and less and less, whatever. And then you will think, this is not working. I should give up my idea of being a millionaire, for example. So it's not that you sometimes know about the limiting beliefs you have. It's very hard sometimes. I think from my experience and with my clients, I see a lot of people that have limiting beliefs just by talking to them or with them about certain topics, certain situations, and I already see in their eyes or in their how they are behaving that they have a certain block. And I always will say this to my clients. I always will tell this. But honestly, I also don't really know everything, of course. Nobody knows everything. So if you don't tell me this, I can also not, I don't know your whole life story. I don't know how you grew up. You can tell me about it, but I will never know everything, because there are certain details that you have put in the back of your mind. Really, those are still in your subconscious, but they are not consciously coming out at this moment in a coaching session with me. So you will have some bumps in the road sometimes, that will sometimes kind of stop you, take you back, and then it's kind of time to work on those. And if you then get that block, you work on the block, you get rid of the block, you can make steps further and further and further, and you go up, for example, in money higher and higher and higher. So there is no a lot of people or a lot of teachers or teachings about manifestation are, of course, wonderful. I'm not blaming anyone, but there are always things that you cannot prepare yourself for. You just have to go through it, and that's what they call shadow work. People just sometimes misuse the word shadow work, because shadow work is really going deep within your subconscious and within yourself, within your blocks also, to dig them out. Imagine yourself with a garden. I always tell this, you are a garden, but there are roots under that garden in the grass, so you can have a very beautiful, nice grass growing in your garden, and a little bit of a flower every now and then. But so see the flowers as manifestations coming through, for example, for now. But you have a beautiful green grass. But under the grass, there's already growing kind of a weird weed is coming out. But every time you weed it, you put it aside, but it's still there. It's not gone, because you are just cutting the grass above it. You're not really going deep with your hands in the soil to grab the weed and take it out. So you really need to take that out. You really need to take it out so you can have a fresh new grass environment and space. So that is a simple example about all of the manifestations that are still there, wanting to grow, but they are kept away from you because you have still some limiting beliefs. And that is something that I want to focus on for this year with my clients, because I saw that last year a lot of my clients had those kind of situations. And not only, of course, with money and business, they also had it, of course, with relationships, romantic relationships, friendships, everything you can imagine. So everything that you want to accomplish, you really need to see, do I have a white paper to start with? And most of the people don't have that, the white paper to start with. You are very, very, very blessed if you have that white paper to start with, but you will also know, you will also be already a lot, you will also have a lot of extremely abundance in your life. So you see that, you can also see with people around you. Take 5 people you think of, and from 5, I would suggest you to take some, like 5 people, write them down on a paper around you in your environment. For example, your mother, then someone you have like had a connection with in the past, a relationship or a friendship, and that you don't see anymore, but maybe you can still see them on Facebook or something. Then a friend that you have right now, a good friend, for example. Then maybe your boss or someone in your work environment or a colleague. Take a doctor, for example, that you have. So doesn't matter who. It's not like necessary to say the names or so, but take those 5 people. Don't forget also to put this in the comments if you have those 5 people in your mind, and see for themselves, like for each person, what do you think that they have blocks on. And this is not to judge other people, of course, but this is to see, oh yeah, to recognize what blocks that people can have. For example, if your mother is a little bit overweight, for example, what blocks can she have? For example, what can your doctor as a block have if he's just prescribing you things and nothing is working? What blocks can he have or she have? What blocks can your old friend have that is now like blossoming on Facebook? 2 kids, a house, a dog. What blocks can this person have? Or which blocks doesn't this person have? You know, write all those things down on a paper, or write it in the comments whether you like it or not. I am interested in your stories, but don't forget, what your subconscious mind believes will come out in the reality right now. So doesn't matter for when you are believing this, whatever you believe right now will come. So don't be like discouraged by some things. All of the things that you experience are normal. All of the things are happening, so they are normal. Those are the things that I want to start this year with, because I feel we have a lot of weeds to like take out still. For me personally also. So there are just some things, everyone has certain blocks in their life around everything. So just make sure you find your own blocks. It's like dig deeper, I want to say, but that sounds like a very you know, those coaches who like say dig deeper, like I don't personally like that. I'm not you know, I cannot be motivated by those kind of people who like scream into your face, dig deeper, or faster, or you know, those are the things that I just don't want to connect with. Even I just want to see where I just want you to see where I am coming from here. And are you able to see for yourself what your blocks are? Also try to sometimes, not every day maybe, but from time to time, try to grab a certain paper where you put up all of your blocks that you had. Maybe you have like had results already, and maybe you don't even have those blocks anymore. Well, put a cross through it, then that block is already gone. Maybe you have still 5 blocks to go through, maybe you have still 500 blocks to go through, but that doesn't matter. Every time you can scratch off a new blockage. So I hope this was a little bit clear. I hope this helped you in some way. Like I said, I wish you all a blessed new year. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Don't forget to put your stories in the comments, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.